baby your baby too much? Really, is there such a thing as babying your baby too much? I mean, look at this adorable little face. Except she looks like she's sleepy. Show her your pretty dress. Show them your pretty dress. Oh, what a pretty dress. Is that babying my baby too much? Look at this adorable little face. I mean, Chihuahuas are so tiny and so adorable that sometimes we forget they're dogs. In this video, we're going to discuss whether it's okay to baby your baby and when it can be harmful to baby your baby. We'll even talk about some examples when if you baby your baby, you actually may be harming them. And I'll tell you exactly what to do instead in that situation. Are you ready to get started? First, let me know. I'm curious. Do you think you baby your baby too much? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Say goodbye, Lily. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Linda. You just met Lily, or Liliana, Lily for short. Lily and I and my other 3 Chihuahuas are all here to help you and your Chihuahua live the best life ever together. You want to know what qualifies me to help you with your Chihuahua? I will put a link to my About page in the description below, and you can go check that out anytime. So let's get started. Our Chihuahuas are, after all babies to us, right? They are our babies. They're just 4-legged babies with fur. Can you baby your baby too much? My 4 Chihuahuas, I call my Fab 4, they're all my babies. When I got my very first Chihuahua many years ago, he was 9 weeks old when he came to me, and I don't think his paws touched the ground for at least 2 weeks. I'm serious. I don't think they touched the ground for at least 2 weeks. I carried him everywhere. So as I said, sometimes we forget they're dogs. We sometimes even forget that they can walk. But of course you love your Chihuahua. Why wouldn't you love your Chihuahua? Why wouldn't you love your baby? I mean, they think we're the greatest thing in the whole world. They never hesitate to sneak a snuggle. That's hard to say. Sneak a snuggle. They never hesitate to do that. So to thank them for making our lives so much better, we baby them just like babies, human babies. We babies are 4-legged babies. But loving your Chihuahua and babying your Chihuahua must be balanced with leadership, rules, and structure. If not, your baby could end up with a myriad of behavior issues and behavior problems. So there needs to be a limit to how much we baby our babies. Here's an example we're going to talk about of when we might baby our babies too much. I am guilty of this. I have been guilty of this. We all have. And that's when trying to protect them. What's wrong with that? Okay, here's my example. Suppose you and your Chihuahua are out on a walk, a leisurely walk, and you see this big dog coming towards you. And what do? In that instant, you scoop your baby up into your arms to protect them from that big dog, right? I mean, to your Chihuahua, that dog must be a 15-foot giant. So, of course, you're going to want to protect him from that. And as I've said, I've done this many times, but it's a mistake. And let me tell you why. First of all, when you scoop them up like that, you're conveying to them that there really is something to be afraid of. But not only that, when you pick up your Chihuahua and this big dog and his owner comes along, your Chihuahua feels bigger and badder than that dog. Actually, picking them up in this situation just increases their fear. Chihuahuas are fear aggressive. So when they're afraid, that's when they tend to show aggression. The reason for that is they're hoping that by snarling and snapping and biting and growling, that they're going to scare off whatever it is that they perceive to be a threat to them. So again, in that instance, when you pick them up instantly, when you see a big dog, your Chihuahua is going to become insecure. And aggression may become his reaction to anything and everything that he's afraid of after that. So, what should you do instead? I mean, this is a big dog, right? Your Chihuahua is a tiny little dog, right? First of all, you need to perceive whether or not that dog is a threat. I mean, not all big dogs are scary. Not all big dogs are harmful or aggressive. So, first of all, you need to assess the situation. If the dog appears friendly and interested, not aggressively, but interested, then that's the perfect time to confidently teach your Chihuahua how to behave in that situation whenever he encounters another big dog. On the other hand, if that big dog is acting aggressively, snarling and growling and lunging, acting aggressively, instead of picking them up, immediately turn around and go the other way or cross the street or whatever it is you have to do to get your Chihuahua away from that dangerous situation without scooping them up and conveying to them that you are afraid and so they should be afraid. What about baby talk? Again, in that situation, it's common for us to pick them up and then talk baby talk. It's okay, sweetie, mommy's here. Mommy's not going to let anything happen to you, my poor baby. I've done it. Have you done it? I've done it. It's natural to want to soothe their fears and make them feel better, right? The problem is your Chihuahua looks to you, their owner, for guidance when feeling insecure and afraid. When you talk baby talk to them in that situation, it only increases their fear. Why? Because you are conveying to them, again, there is something to be afraid of. They can also read your body language. If that big dog scares you, I'm afraid, I have to admit, I love dogs, but there are some dogs that just look scary, and there are some that I'm afraid of. But I can't convey that fear to my Chihuahua. If I do, then he or she becomes afraid of big dogs or anything else that he becomes afraid of. He may react aggressively because that's what they do when they're afraid. So again, if you show fear, it conveys to him that there really is something to be afraid of. So what do you do instead? Instead, offer confident encouragement. Suppose you're on a walk again, only this time there's no dog. You're walking along in the neighborhood and you see you're coming toward a trash can that's in the yard close to where you're walking. So you have to walk right past that trash can, but your Chihuahua's never seen a trash can before. So he's naturally a little concerned whether that trash can is going to harm him or not. But if he senses that you're not afraid, if you confidently continue walking, Chihuahuas are also very curious. And if you convey to him that there is nothing to be afraid of, he's going to cautiously at first approach that trash can and sniff it out of curiosity. And then never again will he ever be afraid of a trash can when you come toward one. Please don't get me wrong. Do not misconstrue my words. I am not saying you should never ever pick up your Chihuahua. I am not saying you should never ever talk baby talk to your Chihuahua. I'm guilty of both. But keep in mind the situation. If your Chihuahua is showing fear or reluctance, that is not the time to scoop them up and console them. It's not the time to baby talk with them. It's the time to be the leader and to let them know that they can be confident that there is nothing happening here. They look to you as their leader. And if you show no fear, they know there's nothing to be afraid of. Believe me, I know that doing the wrong thing seems so right at the time. Just keep letting your Chihuahua know that you are the leader, you have things under control. If you do, you will have a well-behaved, well-mannered, confident little Chihuahua for the rest of their life. Keep in mind, though, when I say leader, some people think boss. So some people think they have to be the boss of their Chihuahua. That is not a leader. Being a leader is being a teacher. You don't need to try to dominate your Chihuahua. That's old school thinking, and it's just plain wrong. Be a leader, be a teacher. So here are a few situations, bonus tip, that are signs that you are babying your baby too much. Number 1, giving in to whining or barking when they're trying to get your attention or to get food. If you give in to that, you're babying your baby too much. As I said, there needs to be rules and structure, and those rules need to be abided by at all times. Carrying your Chihuahua or even pushing them in a stroller is okay sometimes. Carrying them in a bag or on your shoulder, that is definitely okay in certain situations. Number 3, letting your dog, your Chihuahua, ignore commands he knows. For instance, sit, down, stay. If your dog, if your Chihuahua has been taught those commands and you ask them to do that, let's say sit, your dog knows what sit means, and you ask him to sit and he ignores you, and you just let that pass, you're babying your baby too much. They need to know that you are the leader and that they need to follow your lead. And if you say sit, they need to sit. That is if they've already been trained to do that. And remember, training takes time, it takes patience, and it takes consistency. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. If you know someone that you think might benefit from this video, by all means, please share it with them. And again, let me know in the comments below, have you ever babied your baby too much? That's it for this video. My Fab 4 and I wish you many, many happy Chihuahua tail wags and lots of sloppy Chihuahua kisses. Bye.